Welcome back. Okay, so what we're going to go into now is we're going to go into the actual boiler. Alright, so first thing you want to do is have a reasonably sharp knife. Okay, so just give it a couple of skims across the steel. Okay, now when you do this, it doesn't have to be sharp. Friction doesn't have to be hard, like don't really drive it in, just nice and lightly. Okay, alright, once that's done, alright, we want to get our pot. Okay, I've got a bigger pot this time. Alright, and we want to just top it up with a little bit of water. It's probably about quarter full. Okay, we'll plonk that over to here for now. Alright, and today what we're going to be cooking up is brisket. Okay, it's best to get it boneless. Okay, already diced up, but we're going to dice it up just a little bit more than what it currently is. Okay, so what we do to dice it up, see that is a little bit too big. Okay, so we probably want to cut that into about half. Alright, some of these pieces are okay, but any of the big pieces, cut them down a bit. Alright. Okay, pretty easy. So what we'll do is we'll come back shortly when I've finished dicing the rest. Okay, so the next thing we do is it's all diced up now. We just throw it into the pot. Okay, so here's the water here. Okay, not too much in there. Right, we want to biff this into the pot like so. Biff it in. If there's any fat on the meat, like big chunks of fat that you don't like, okay, just cut them off when you're doing the dicing. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move this here over to the oven, or friction to the stove. Okay, and currently at the moment we've got it on high. Okay, so we'll put that onto high. Alright. And what do? We've got some salt. Want some salt. Okay, and you want to put a bit of salt in. Okay, so what do we are? That's enough. Alright, just a sprinkle of salt, just to help give it a bit of flavouring. Alright, so what we'll do now is we're going to let this cook for about an hour. Okay, because it's beef, it's no problem letting it cook for about an hour, the meat. But if it's pork bones, okay, if it's pig, alright, pork bones, you've got to cook it for about 2.5 hours. Okay, that's just for the meat. Right, and then when we put the vegetables in, okay, the Poroporo and etc., okay, we cook it for about another half an hour, 45 minutes. Alright, so we'll let that cook and we'll come back in about an hour. Okay, so now we're coming up to about the close to an hour. Okay, and that's how she's looking in the pot at the moment. You've just got to make sure that you check to make sure that the water doesn't run out as it's doing this. Next thing I'm going to go into is peeling some potatoes. pretty basic. I'm sure everyone knows how. So I'll be back shortly when that's done. Okay, so the next part here is the we've got all our peelings, alright, and here's our potatoes, our peeled potatoes, and what we're going to do now is we're going to throw them into the pot. Alright, so what you want to do is make sure you get a tea towel, alright, when you take the lid off, and just be careful, alright, because it's pretty hot, alright. I'm talking about the potatoes. Alright, so here's the, you plonk those in, just want to be careful. Alright, plonk those in, and the next thing that we're going to do now is we're going to go and get the Poroporo. Okay, so let's go and get that. Okay, alright, so here we go. Bread in the way. Down there. Okay, so here's our big bag of frozen Poroporo. Alright. And here's our little bag in here. Alright. Plonk those down there. I'll put the bread back in. And while we're here, actually, I got these today as well. They're spinach, okay? Bags of spinach. Here's the thing, Shawarmarine or Shawarmarina, whole leaf spinach, okay? 1 kg net from the butchers, which is actually quite good. $5 a bag, so not too bad actually. Haven't tried it before, but just in case, you just never know when you're gonna have a boil up, or you might not have enough greens. Okay, so yeah, not bad. I'll try that out, and if it's any good, I'll keep getting it. Okay, so we grab our bags. Alright, we plonk them over to here. Put this back on. Okay, so what we want to do is we'll get all of our, I might throw that into another bag actually. Just get all these peels here, throw them into, just makes it into this bag here. It'll just make it a little bit easier to transfer these peels outside into the garden. Alright. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is we just want to put some water onto our bags, okay? And what that'll do is you'll notice the bag, as it starts to warm up a little bit with the cold water, well, cold or warm water, whatever you want to use, the bag will, you'll notice the bag starting to loosen up here, okay? So we just keep doing that a little bit, okay? The bag should come undone nice and easy because we didn't do it up tight, okay? You can throw a bit of water on the inside as well if you want, not a problem, okay? And we just want to carefully undo that. So here we go. Here's our first one. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to take this over to the pot over here, alright, and we want to plonk it in. Just plonk it into the pot. Okay, next one we're going to do is our other bag, the big bag. Alright, so we do the same thing again. Alright, again we've got a loose loose bags. Alright. You see it's all iced up. Okay. Should come undone reasonably easy. Alright, but doesn't, just keep going until we loosen it up. Right. You don't want to be tearing at the plastic bag. You don't want it to tear, okay? Because otherwise you're going to have plastic in your boiler. Right. Okay, so here we go. Right. So here's the piece that we froze. All right, and same thing again. Right, we want to plonk it into our pot. All right, I'll bring this up here. All right, plonk it in. All right, plonk that into there. All right, so what that will do is that will start to boil down, and the next thing we're going to do is going to ask Penny nicely to do up some doughboys for us. Alright, so we'll be back shortly when we plonk the doughboys in. So what are doughboys? Doughboys are basically just flour and water. Okay, you just roll some flour up with some water, and then you plonk them into the boil up as well. Okay, now we can add water as we need, but for now we'll come back when those doughboys are ready to go in, and then we'll show you how it's all going. Okay, cheers, see you soon. Okay, so it's been around about a half an hour now, and what we're going to do is we're just going to check it. Okay, you want to be checking your pot regularly, okay, to make sure that the water doesn't run out. Very important. Okay, right, let's have a look in here. So if the water runs out, big trouble as far as let's give it a little bit of a stir up. Some of those meat to the top. Okay. This just helps it to like just those flavours to sort of intermix with the other flavours. Okay, just giving it a bit of a stir around. Alright, and we'll chuck the lid back on, and then what we'll do is we'll get into the doughboys now. Okay, so what we're doing now is just putting some self-raising flour into a bowl. Okay, and pour some water into it and stir it up. And then basically what we do is there's two ways of doing it. You can stir it up. You want it about the right consistency. And you don't want it too pasty, and you don't want it too dry. Alright. And then there's two ways of doing it. You can just grab a forkful or a spoonful of it and just throw it straight into the pot, or you can roll it, do a little bit of a ball, and the size is really dependent. The size is really dependent on what you want. Okay, some people, like one of my daughters, she likes it really big. She likes the really big doughboys, and people like me, I like mine sort of medium size. So Penny's doing the old just drop it in. Okay, she's scooping it up and dropping it in. You can see them there starting to boil. Dough boy there. And it's starting to smell really, really nice. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll come back shortly. So the potatoes and the poroporo, okay, those were cooking for about half an hour. All right, so the meat was cooking for an hour. That's the brisket, and the poroporo and potatoes cooking for about a half an hour. And now the dough boys. So the dough boys take around about I don't know, 10-15 minutes or so. And then once that's ready, we're into it, into the feed. Okay. There are other things that you can throw in here as well, like kumara, kamu, pumpkin, pretty much anything you want. Okay. Some people put a bit of butter in it, and some people put a bit of just whatever, you know, some people put a bit of onion in it. Alright, it's really up to you. Okay, yeah, as I said, we'll see you shortly when we're having the feed. Cheers. Okay, so here's the boil up here. Okay, we let the dough boys cook for about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, and she's looking all good. Alright, goes really nice with a glass of Coke. If you like tomato sauce, then it always goes good with that and some bread. Okay, nice to have a little bit of extra salt as well, if you like your salt. So what I'm going to do now is just ask them what they think, some of the whānau. Alright, so Kasera, what do you think? How does the poroporo taste?
It's pretty salty but nice, and it's got a great taste. Goes with the potatoes and dough boys and beef.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So what is
very
it? Salt?
appetizing.
Yeah. So it mixes in nicely.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you for that. And Penny.
No.
Penny, just have a quick yeah. Oh no, she's got a sore mouth at the moment. She's got like, and Mama's running away. So, but anyway, Mama's running away and doesn't want to be on camera, so not a problem. So anyway, what we'll do is I'll just try it myself, but I know what it tastes like. It's very, very nice. Okay, so
What does very, very nice mean?
very nice. Very, very, very nice. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to slap a little bit of tomato sauce on it and grab me some bread and hook into this. So I hope you've enjoyed the video and learnt some things from it. And we'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and we'll catch you around. Take care. Bye bye.